Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, from wherever you're tuning in. Just kidding. Pretty sure there's like 3 people that watch these videos. But today's class, again, I'm just going to kind of improvise it, probably do a lot of chest and heart openers. You'll only need your mat today, as per usual. And so when you have your mat, let's go ahead and meet in child's pose position at the back. Big toes together, knees wide apart, as wide as the mat, and then slowly walk your hands forward, placing your forehead gently on the mat. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing normally as of right now. The only thing that we're going to be doing is breathing in and out through our nose. You want that slight humming sound as you exhale, kind of like waves crashing. That's what I think of. Wherever you are, walk your hands out a little bit further in front of you, and then slowly walk them over to the right hand side. Placing your left hand on top of right, feeling the stretch into that left side body. And on your exhale, sweep your hands all the way around, coming onto the left side, right hand placed on top of left. And on your exhale, coming back to center, walking them forward a little bit more, and walking them so much forward that you lift your hips off the mat, and you come into puppy pose. So the only thing different is that our hips are lifted. We're getting into those shoulders more. Still a relaxed breathing. And then slowly roll up, coming to your hands and knees, adjusting your body appropriately, and then taking some cat-cow. So reminder, on the inhale, you're going to drop your chest, lifting your gaze up towards the sky or the ceiling. And then exhale, tuck your chin, and then expand your shoulder blades. Go ahead and do these on your own breath. You can also take a couple extra movements. Do whatever your body is craving. Come around. Before we meet back in neutral. From here, we'll do some hip swings. This looks extremely awkward, but it feels really good. You can even try to do a couple of kind of cat-cows in there with your back. Go ahead and switch sides. Coming back to neutral. into bird dog. So when you're ready, starting with the right hand side, we'll lift our right leg. And once you're ready, slowly lifting up your left arm. If you can't lift your left arm completely, just challenge yourself. Neck is in a neutral position, abs are engaged. Good. And on your next exhale, you're going to exhale and bring your knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Two more. And then exhale, you'll bring your hands and leg back to table. Switching sides, bringing the left leg up slowly. And then once you have found your balance, extending your right arm. Once again, challenging yourself, engaging your abs. And same thing, on the exhale, bring the knee to elbow, inhale, straighten it back up. Exhale, knee to elbow, inhale, lengthen. Abs are engaged the whole time. One more. And bring your hand and leg back to neutral. From here, we're just going to stay in tabletop but switch our wrists backwards. So our fingers are pointed towards our bodies. When you're here, you can go ahead and lean backwards a little bit. You obviously won't be able to lean back very far, but go to where you feel the pull and the stretch on the front end of your wrist. This is really good to help prevent carpal tunnel. Those of us that are on a computer, baseball players, tennis players. Good. And release, rocking forward. This time we're going to turn our hands out towards the right and left. So fingertips are slightly off the mat. And then you're just going to slightly rock right and left. Again, being really, really gentle here with your wrists, but going so far that it feels that pressure. Okay. Go ahead and come back to a normal tabletop position. And then you're just going to sit on your heels briefly and shake out your wrists. So be really gentle with them. You can do little wrist circles back and forth. You can move them around. All right, when you're ready, come back into tabletop briefly. Tuck your toes behind you and push back into down dog. Remembering to breathe, so we're breathing in and out through our noses. Creating that slight humming or wave crashing sound in the backs of our throats. Good. From here, we're going to inhale, ripple forward into high plank, and then exhale, ripple back into down dog. Inhale, ripple forward, and exhale, bring it back to down dog. A few more on your own breath. You can either ripple back to down dog, or you can just push yourself back. Let's do one more. and eventually meeting once again in down dog. Taking any movements, once again, that your body is craving, you could pedal it out. You could find stillness. On your next inhale, lift the right leg up. And then exhale, you'll just bend your right knee. So you're opening up your hip. You can even look underneath your left shoulder and try to find your foot. Good. And release. Switching sides. Inhale, left leg rises. And then exhale, you'll just bend it over to the right hand side. Again, allowing this foot to be heavy. You can look back behind you to find your left foot. Good. And release. Switching sides. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, bending of the leg, looking back towards your foot. Inhale, right leg rises once again. And exhale, step it through. Dropping our left knee down and coming up into a low lunge. Shoulders are relaxed around your ears. Good. And on your next exhale, you'll place your hands on the mat and then just pivot your hips backwards so that your right leg straightens and we'll come into the hamstring stretch. So you should feel it all underneath here. You can also be up a little bit more and just push your heel forward. Go ahead and exhale, come back into low lunge. And exhale, step your right foot back. And go ahead and lower all the way down onto the mat. Placing your hands just outside of the mat. Here you can either tense your fingers or you can place your palms flat. And from here we're going to do a similar cat-cow ripple motion, but this time on our stomachs. So on our inhale, we're going to lift our chest up and exhale, come back down. Inhale, ripple our chest up and exhale, come down. A few more on your own breath. Let's do one more. From here, hands come underneath our chest. You push yourself all the way back into child's pose. Shutting it down, catching our breath. On your next exhale, inhale, you'll ripple up to tabletop. You need to exhale, you'll push back into down dog. Switching sides. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, bend the left leg. Look back behind you for the foot. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, swing it through. Low lunge. Next exhale, bringing your hands down, pivoting your body back. Again, you can sit back on your heel here, or you can keep your hips up and just move your leg forward. into low lunge. Before we step up, bring our left foot back, and same thing, we're going to lower all the way onto our stomachs. Bringing the hands outside of our mat once more. We're going to do those same ripples, but we're also going to incorporate shoulder dips. So on your inhale, peel your body off the mat, and exhale, you're going to dip your right shoulder towards the mat. Inhale brings you back to center, and exhale, left shoulder touches the mat. Good. And taking this one breath, one movement, in your own time. Do one more round. And then we're back. Bringing your hands underneath your chest and pushing back to down, to child's pose. Inhale, coming back up to tabletop, and then exhale, we'll push back into down dog. Kind of off my mat, so let me just adjust myself here. On your next inhale, right leg will rise. Exhale, bending the leg. This time you can either stay here or you can flip your dog. Up, expanding the chest, coming back, right leg lifts, and exhale, stepping it through, coming up into high lunge for one breath, and then exhale, we'll come into warrior two. So that move was just one breath. Gaze is towards the front end of your fingers. Good, and on your next inhale, you're going to inhale towards the long edge of your mat and bring your toes so that they're faced a little bit in towards each other. From here, inhale your arms up, and exhale, you'll swan dive forward and grab either onto your feet or onto your ankles and pull your body through your legs. Weight should be in your toes, not in your heels. Good. Releasing your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, you're just going to walk your hands over to the right-hand side, bending into your right leg. Left leg comes straight. You can either stay here, or I'm working a little bit on my balance, so you can try to come into the prayer position. Good. Bring your hands down. And then from here, we're just going to switch sides and rotate so that we're facing the back end of the mat. Inhale, coming up into low lunge for 1 second, and then exhale, coming into warrior two. So we're basically just doing that same thing, but now we're facing the back end of the mat. Good. Inhale once again, coming towards the long end of the mat. Big toes are pointed slightly in towards each other. This time we're going to take our hands towards our hips. As we inhale, we're going to lift a little bit higher. Exhale, we're going to bend forward, and as we bend forward, we're going to try to bring our elbows together. So you're trying to actively touch those elbows together. Hands are staying on your hips, remembering to breathe. Inhale all the way up. Then as you exhale, same thing, we're going to come over to the left hand side now. Bending into that left leg. Right leg stays straight. You can either stay here or you can work a little bit more on your balance by bringing your hands off of the mat as I fall onto my face. Good. And then slowly rotate your body all the way towards the front. Right foot comes back to meet left. And then we're going to lower all the way to our stomachs. Good job. This time we'll come into a little baby Cobra. Holding it here, relaxing the glute muscles. Good. Exhale, release. And pushing back into child's pose. Inhale, coming up to tabletop. And exhale, pushing back into down dog. Good job. Good. Setting it up again. We're going to add on. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, swing it through. Coming up into low lunge. We'll get that left side in a minute. Opening up into warrior two. Good. Inhale the arms up. Feet are going to rotate inwards once again. This time we're going to clasp our hands behind our backs, straighten the arms, and then forward fold. So we're doing a shoulder stretch, forward fold. Go ahead and unclasp your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, once again coming over onto your right hand side. Left leg straightens, taking your version, oh God, which might break my nose. Trying to find a spot on the ground that's not moving. Oh God. Good. Hands come back to the mat. Walking your hands over to the left. And then coming up into a high lunge. Good. Opening up into warrior two. Remembering your breathing. We're still breathing in and out through our nose. Good. Inhale as you come towards the long end of the mat. This time you're going to keep your feet pointed outward. So from here, we're just going to bend directly, but we want to make sure that our knees are tracking over our feet here. We're going to keep our hands on our knees, and we're going to do kind of that same shoulder movement with our inhales and exhales. So on the next exhale, you're going to dip your right shoulder down. Inhale as your transition, and then exhale as you push your shoulder down towards the mat. One more time. Good. And as you come out of it, slowly bend into your left leg, taking your variation. Let's see if I fall. Oh God. Okay. Trying to breathe a little bit better and focusing on something that doesn't move always tends to help me. So now we're back towards the front end of our mat. We're going to lower down to Chaturanga and then just come up into a regular upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, bend the leg. You can stay here, or you can flip the dog all the way. Let me make sure I don't come off of this little pavement. Opening the chest. Coming back. The leg straight, and then exhale, swing it through. Opening up immediately into warrior two. Good. Go ahead and reverse that warrior. Coming back to warrior two. We're going to do that same thing, but now I'm going to be facing the opposite side of the mat because I didn't think of that this morning. So inhale as you come here, and then exhale. We're going to keep our feet facing outward. Exhale as we come into prayer position. This is really done. Prayer position, and then just pulse. Good. And from here, bending into your left leg. This time walking your hands so that they're framing the right knee. So you're still in that crouch position, but you're getting a different stretch, a little bit more in the right hamstring. And go ahead and rotate all the way back, and coming up into warrior two immediately. Sorry, my back facing me. Good, keeping the legs straight, reversing the warrior, or keeping the legs where they are. Good, briefly coming back. This time coming back to center. Big toes will come in towards each other, and then exhale as we forward fold, bringing the arms out behind you. So this is a really attractive picture of me from this angle. You're welcome. Clearly did not think of that. Good. Go ahead and release. Walking over to the right hand side. And then this time walking your hands so that they're framing the left knee. Walking it back. Left foot comes behind, and do a full Chaturanga. When you're in your down dog, from here we'll just slowly walk our feet up and then come into a seated position. However you want to get there, clearly. Go ahead and straighten your legs out in front of you. Both feet are flexed. Inhale, bring your arms up and overhead. And exhale, forward, fold over your legs. Try to keep your back as straight as possible. I try to actively pinch my shoulder blades together. If you can only grab your shin, that's fine. If you have a strap, you could wrap a strap or a towel around your feet, whichever you prefer. Okay. Go ahead and release. This time bending into the right leg. We're going to bring the right foot on the outside of the left knee, right hand behind your back, left elbow on the outside of your left knee, and then slowly twist. Each time you exhale, try to twist a little bit more, looking towards the back end of the room. Good. And release. Switching sides. I'm facing you, that's weird. And same thing, on every exhale, try to twist your back even a little bit more. Good. And release. Bringing the bottoms of your feet together. Coming into butterfly. You can open your feet as a book. And then slowly move yourself forward. Same thing, we want to try to keep our backs as straight as possible. So I'm pinching my shoulder blades together to assist. Go ahead and release. Moving your feet out a little bit. This time we're going to come back into butterfly, but we're going to round our backs. So rounding our backs as much as we want. Good. And go ahead and release. Crossing your legs, pushing yourself up and over. Just going to come onto our stomachs fully. From here, we're going to straighten the right arm into a T position, out away from us. And then using the left hand, we're going to push our bodies up and over. So relaxing your head against the mat. And slowly rolling back onto our stomachs, switching sides. Left arm comes out into a T as you slowly roll your body onto its side. And rolling back. You can either place your hands in palm or in fists, placing your forehead on it, or just make a little pillow with your hands and relax your forehead. Fully relaxing your body. This will be our final resting position. A little bit unconventional, but that's how I roll. Bringing your breathing back to normal. Still breathing in and out of your nose. Taking a big inhale and open mouth exhale. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. You're more than welcome to stay here. You can also move into a more traditional savasana. If you're ready to move on with your day, you can begin moving your hips back and forth. Bring your arms behind you. One final stretch. Good. So slowly bring yourself into a comfortable cross-legged position. Good. Sitting up straight. Thanking yourself for coming to class. Thanking yourself for doing a really weird class that I don't even know what that was. Placing your hands at heart center.